ball, and Leonard. Kyrie, a three. He got it!
Irving for three. Oh, Kyrie Irving! Here comes Irving. Drives on Thompson. Irving spins. Puts up the shot. It's good!
Second wave of defense is there, but that three goes down!
Backs it out. 14 to shoot. 26 seconds to play. Nets are down by one. Irving, step back three. Oh! Kyrie Irving!
Makes the move. Puts the shot up. Long run.
That's the board. James. Irving. Straight on three. Bang! Irving and Curry. One-on-one. Irving puts it up.
I've listened to your pleas. I've listened to everybody in my comment section saying, Mike, give up on Paul George and the Clippers. Stop making so much content about Giannis Antetokounmpo going to the Warriors. Hey, Mike, if you could stop discussing your theories regarding women affecting players' play on the basketball court, we would greatly appreciate it. And I said, okay. And then I thought to myself, well, Mike, if you can't make content about this, and, there hasn't been any news coming out, what can we make content about? And then it just struck me like a lightning bolt today. Because when I checked my phone and I checked my sources today, I saw that Kyrie Irving has delivered us one of the greatest gems that I have ever seen in terms of a NBA player taking shots and throwing shade at one of the greatest NBA players of all time. And what he's going to say is going to absolutely baffle you, because it absolutely baffled me. The context of the situation just makes absolutely zero sense, and I don't know why he would go out of his way to say what he's saying other than to grab a few headlines. So before we get to the content, guys, I am announcing the winner of the PS5 this week, so it's your last chance to enter. It's in the link in the description down below on my Twitter account. Then we're going to be doing another giveaway for either a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, whichever you guys want. You can just let me know in the comment section on my Instagram page. Of course, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on my notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we got all that out of the way, cue the intro. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Guys, Kyrie Irving went on to a podcast and they decided to ask him, between him and Kevin Durant, if the game was on the line and it was coming down to the last shot, who would take the final shot? And, it's a very simple question. You see this question being asked among brand new dynamic duos all the time. They asked it with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. I think they asked it with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And typically the response is always the same. It's always some cliche like, hey, whoever's hot at the moment, or whatever coach is feeling at the time, or whoever's playing the best at the time, or is on a hot streak, that's who we're going to play through. Or I'm going to trust him to make the right play for the team, and I'm going to make the right play for the team. Something along those lines is typically what you can expect whenever a superstar dynamic duo or a big three gets asked that question. Well, Kyrie Irving, whenever Kyrie Irving gets asked a question like this, he can't help himself but to take shots at his former teammates and to throw shade, and then eventually act like, what's our problem? Why are we distorting the narrative and twisting what he's saying? So before I give you my analysis, I gotta show you the clip so you don't think I'm over-exaggerating what he's saying. Watch the clip, and then we're gonna talk about it.
10 seconds left. 1 point game. Who's shooting? You Kyrie, KD?
Depends on who's hot. I don't see it as anything other than that. Like 1-3 pick and roll, or it's an ISO for either one of us, or it's something great for our team. One thing I've always been comfortable with is, I felt like I was the best option on every team I played for, down the stretch. This is the first time in my career where I can look down and be like, that motherfucker can make that shot too.
Dude, Dude, Kyrie Irving literally said, this is the first time in my career I can look down and be like, that man can make that shot too. This is taking shots at so many of his teammates. Like, we're going to get to LeBron in a second and why this statistically just makes no sense whatsoever. And I'm going to bring analytics to back myself up. But dude, he's not just taking shots at LeBron James. He's taking shots at Kevin Love. He's taking shots at Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Karis LeVert, and Spencer Dinwiddie, both which, by the way, were on a team that was doing significantly better without Kyrie Irving. Now, here's the thing. Statistically speaking, we need to discuss what he said about LeBron James, because I feel like for you, there's a good amount of my fans that are stat heads, and as a result of that, I've been trying to be making a better push to include these statistics for you. So I went up and dug up fourth quarter playoff scoring when the game is within 5 points during Kyrie Irving and LeBron James's 3 years together, which means whenever the game's within 5 points, this is technically a clutch situation and the game's on the line, this is how both players performed. Kyrie Irving was 28 of 78 with a 41.7% effective field goal percentage. LeBron James, 58 for 136 for 46.7 effective field goal percentage. By the way, effective field goal percentage is a statistic that pretty much accounts for 3-point field goals accounting for 3 points and 2-point field goals accounting for 2 points, which means a 3-point field goal will be worth a little bit more. But then I understand, I already see you guys taking to the comment section to say, wait, Mike, but the finals, Kyrie Irving is so good in the finals. He's so much better than LeBron in the finals. No, bro. In the finals, these numbers are even more hysterical. Because in the finals, Kyrie Irving, whenever the game is extremely close, is 4 of 16 for a 28.1% effective field goal percentage. And LeBron James is 8 for 19 for a 47.4% effective field goal percentage. So not only can you make the argument that Kyrie Irving has had good teammates, but on top of that, you can even make an argument that he got carried in some instances, which is not the argument I'm trying to make, but hey, if you really are that person, you could make that argument. And then there's this one bit which I was trying to look for video footage of, and I guess I'm making this video way too early to find video footage of it, but if I do find it, I will tweet it out for you guys or post it onto my Instagram, is the fact that Kyrie Irving said this about his brand new head coach and the coaching situation, and I guess this could be taken out of context because I'm trying my best not to stir a pot here, so let me know what you guys think. Because he says that I don't really see us having a quote-unquote head coach. KD could be a head coach. I could be a head coach on some days. And then KD adds that Jacques Vaughn could be a head coach and do it one day, and it's a collaborative effort. Look, man, I don't want to take words and twist it out of context. I don't want to say something horrible is going to happen with the Brooklyn Nets, because the truth of the matter is, I really, really like Steve Nash as a person, as what he should represent to the NBA. I think he's a remarkable human being. But I don't know if Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant are going to make it easy on him, considering that this is his first year as a head coach. This isn't the stuff you want to hear in your first year as a head coach, and it appears as though Steve Nash is pretty much going to have what Doc Rivers had to do last year. Probably on steroids, because he has to manage Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, which seem to be two extremely volatile and fairly difficult personalities. Now, the talent you can't deny. Like, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant are remarkable talents and definitely Hall of Famers. But when you have your star players getting on a podcast and saying that the head coach isn't really a head coach, that's going to be a little bit concerning. In my opinion, after seeing how the Eastern Conference unraveled this past year, I think there's a definite chance that the Brooklyn Nets could be the kings of the East next year. And that's no disrespect to the Miami Heat. It's just when you have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, the experience is already there. But the only thing that could really screw them over is themselves. So hopefully they don't shoot themselves in the foot with these types of comments. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this situation? Aside from that, I'm your boy, TheFlightMike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.